Guys, quick one, yeah. So here's a quick video on why Bitcoin will probably touch 44,000 or 45,000 before rolling over to 35,000. I will do a simple analysis to justify what I've just mentioned. Okay, so if you have watched the first and second video that I made, I talk about the zones, starting from the weekly zones and down to the daily zones and even to the 4-hour zones. Okay, let's go back. So let's start at the weekly zone. As you can see, Bitcoin has been stuck in this weekly zone for about 4 weeks. Okay, so let's zoom in to daily time frame to see what is happening actually. Now, as you can see, in the daily time frame, Bitcoin cleared the previous zone. I showed this in my first video, okay, cleared the previous zone and make a big drop. Now, you can see that there is a big breakout here and price have revisit this weekly zone, correct? So what we're going to do now is let's look for new daily zones, as I've shown in my first video. To create a zone V and A, correct? So there is another V and there's another A here, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plot the zones. So this is your lower daily zones, and then you have an upper daily zones, correct? So what price has been doing in the recent, let me see, 3 weeks? Price, this is daily candles, yeah. So price has been ranging around this area, okay, and it has taken the lower, it has taken the lower part of the daily zone but has not taken the top part, right? It has already taken the lower part but it has not taken the top part. So that's why I mentioned in the beginning that Bitcoin will have the chance to revisit 44,000, correct? 43,900, 44,000 or even 45,000. See that? 45,000 to 46,000. So let's change back to line chart so that there are not too many noise. What you can clearly see here is the price went up, tested the upper zones, collected the orders. Now the price made a downward breakout. Okay, you see that? And if you take a closer look, you can see that there is a clean trend line. Do you see? How do I draw this trend line? 1 point, 2 point, see that? So from what I see, price has probability to push towards this area, okay? That's why I say 44 is a must, and 45 or even 46, there is chances to retest. It has to retest the trend line, okay, before making a roll over to 35,000. 35,000 will be our first target, all right? And if 35,000 fails to hold, this will be our second target. So let me just remove this. I'll leave the trend line there. Let's take a look at total market cap. So when you analyze the crypto market, you have to use few indicators as we have to use few pairings as an indicators. So the first one would be Bitcoin. followed by total market cap. Now let's take a look at total market cap. What do we see here? Let's go to weekly time frame first. Now, if I change back to candlestick, you can see that there's so much noise. You can see these are all noises, right? The shadows, these are noise. So that's why I really like to use line chart. Actually, I learned this from a friend of mine who I consider my mentor too. Yeah, a couple of months back, this technique or this strategy to blur out the noise, so to speak. And I have been practicing and using it since then. So now back to the weekly charts. You can see here that price have been stuck for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. Okay, close to 2 months have been stuck at this zone. All right, total market cap has been stuck at about 1.6 trillion for about 2 months, which is 7 weeks. Now zoom in. Okay, the weekly candle managed to close above this zone. Yes, we will see 2.1 trillion, but 2 weeks has passed. I mean, seven has passed, and there is no strong break. So let's go back to, you see the similarity between Bitcoin and total market cap. There is similarity. So this is total market cap price action, okay? And take a look at Bitcoin's price action. Ignoring the line, ignoring the trend line. Do you see that? There's a similar movement or pattern. So back to total market cap. Now, if you switch back to the daily time frame, we see the same thing. Price make a big break to the downside and came back to the weekly zone. So price have been stuck in 1.6 trillion for almost a week. Sorry, for almost 7 weeks. Okay. Now we look for daily zones. Same way we look for daily zones in Bitcoin. So as you can see here, this is my V and my A, right? These are new zones that are not yet collected or respected. So there's a probability. Okay, let's switch back to line chart. And let's add a trend line. So just in case you don't know how I mark my trend line, I look for V's. Notice the edges, the V's. Okay, the same way I look for V's and A's for my zone. So this is a very clean and beautiful setup. See that? Price are building liquidity on top and bottom. So there are a lot of stop loss on top and also in the bottom here. Okay, so what the price will most probably do is it will come up, collect the orders, retest the trend line, and boom, before making a massive drop. And this will happen together with Bitcoin price action. Okay, so that's about it for today's update. I'll keep you guys posted in the video, and let me know in the comments your point of view, your take, and till next time.